All right, now that we've had a couple days to mull over and see more gameplay in regards to Himeko Nova, I do think it's important for us to have a discussion in terms of investment ideas and strategies. Obviously, Himeko is going to be very good. She's going to be very prominent when it comes to Trailblazer or Astral Express members. Ideally, you want to be running at least one, because Himeko will actually suffice as one slot in the Astral Express core members. And the other core member that she's going to be essentially tied to at the hip is going to be Donghung PT, at least for the moment, because of the fact that he's able to increase her attack, provide a shield, all of that great stuff. Especially also if you run Lushakase, I do think that's going to be very pivotal. Another key aspect is going to be running Sunday, because Himeko wants energy, she wants additional actions, and all of that stuff. Saying that, let's go ahead and look at Eidolons and where good points are going to be. Keep in mind, this is only version 1 of the beta, so there's going to be subsequent changes later down the line. E1 is going to increase the number of times the talent triggers the extra assist skill effect by 1. So currently at the moment at E0, you're only going to have 2 instances of an assist skill. This is going to be increasing that by 1, so pretty good. While in the companion protocol verdict state, the number of ultimate uses required to launch the assist skill is reduced by 1, while in the companion protocol decimation state, the charge required to launch the assist skill is reduced by 3. When Himeko launches the assist skill, the number of times the extra damage effect is going to be triggered is going to be increased by 1. This is a okay component of her kit to help boost the amount of actions, the assist skills you're going to be producing. So that's a key thing that's very important to understand. So it is some viability. But E2 is really like the key part we're going to be looking at, because the max number of assist skill is going to be increased to 2, which is good. The damage dealt is going to be increased by 23%. At the start of the Navigator Seraphorm's turn, immediately recovers 2 assist skill uses. The Trace Hark the Express's Pulse Roars effect. When characters other than Trailblaze companions use the assist skill, they also gain 1 extra turn. So essentially what this means is that while normally, if we go over here to right here, when a Trailblaze companion takes action, the assist skill is going to trigger. With E2, that completely makes that trace redundant, and it is just going to trigger inherently. So that is going to be very good, because that allows her to be opened up more freely when it comes to other team compositions, so that you can have more instances of the assist skill being activated, and by doing so, the character is also going to be able to take another action. So that's very valuable in terms of overall team damage, as well as Himeko's own damage itself. E4 is that when the assist skill from the talent O Fire of Faring, the all type res pen increase effect applies to all allies, and Himeko gains an effect that her all type res pen is going to be increased by an additional 10%. So the O Fire of Faring, some of these names are really dumb, I do have to say. So the res pen by Himeko, the 20% is going to be applied to everybody, so that's a good team-wide damage bonus, and Himeko's own res pen is going to be increased up to 30%. So just in general, across the board speaking, that is excellent team-wide buffing that Himeko is going to be able to provide. So again, another instance where Himeko is actually winning. At that current point at E4, right, you're going to be allowing other teammates who aren't even part of the Astral Express to be having a assist skill instance, so it means another action for them, while also increasing all of their res pen by 20%, and then increasing her own res pen by 30%. So very good. E6 is that the fire type res pen is going to be increased by 20%, so in conjunction with the E4, so you're looking at a 50% roughly res pen penetration, specifically for fire type. And the max energy source is going to be increased up to 6 points. When an ally uses or unleashes the assist skill, Himeko is going to be gaining 1 source energy when launching the particle beam attack during the ultimate. Additionally, gain 1 point of source energy when launching the annihilation pulse. Source energy is greater than or equal to 6, because you're going to be greater than the upper echelon. Is going to be increasing more damage by Himeko based off of her own attack. So like truthfully, if I'm going to be completely honest, I do think while E2 opens up her capabilities more so to other teammates, I actually think in terms of if you want to see like a main push damage just in general, E4 is probably going to be the best bet, because not only is it providing more damage that she's able to output, but everybody else on the team as well is going to be like giga boosted, having a 20% res pen increase, and her own damage is going to be increased by 30% because of the res pen. And if I mean we'll talk about the damage just in general that she's going to be able to provide. I do think that they will be buffing her slightly in terms of numbers based off of her own attack, but just already because of her mech damage, I do think she's going to be a very, very good DPS character. And I do think, quite frankly, she is very free to play friendly because of the fact that she primarily works with Astral Express members. Guess what? Welt is extremely good, especially with this Nova Flare on Himeko's team. Donghong PT, while yes, he isn't free now, if you played when he was given out for free, he is absolutely critical for the team. And the Remembrance MC is very good while providing true damage for Himeko to produce more damage, and then in conjunction with everything we see here, it's very good. But yeah, I definitely think when it comes to just teammates in general, Donghong PT is like a staple on the team. You need to have him. He's extremely valuable. Sunday is going to be extremely good, again, because of the producing the advanced action forward, the energy that he is able to provide while increasing the crit damage is going to be very, very strong. And then if we jump over to the standard banner characters, which should be like right here, Welt is going to be extremely valuable because of his Nova Flame. It produces a lot of damage, a lot of just abilities that he's able to provide for Himeko as well, just, you know, inherently on the team. And then the Remembrance Trailblazer is going to be extremely good, being able to provide true damage. And honestly, if you really want to be, you know, a little fancy with it, you could have the Harmony MC to increase break efficiency to get in conjunction with the res pen. So it's very good. Himeko is looking and shaping up to be a very good character. I don't understand the hate that she is getting. I think she's going to be extremely valuable and very good. I'm very excited for her. So yeah. Yeah, next video we're going to be talking about her actual damage numbers currently and decide where that is going to finalize once we get closer and closer to the initial release.